Good morning. It is Monday. You can see the Christmas tree is up inside behind me, and at the end of the video I'm going to attach a short video clip of the lights in my front garden, which you will briefly see shining across through here as we go down the drive. It's Monday again, as I said, and you probably will have noticed that the Monday and Tuesday catch-up vid was all I managed to get recorded last week. Things are crazy. Work is crazy. Life is crazy. Getting back from holiday is crazy. Gearing up to Christmas is crazy. I started a video Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week and got interrupted before I could finish it. So, many apologies. Unfortunately, while I wish I could say it's not going to happen again, the likelihood is it will. So, I will make sure that I get the Monday and Tuesday videos posted, beyond anything else. I will also make sure that the Monday game night replays continue to get posted. Those are very important because missing them misses continuity, of course. The other days of the week, at least into the new year, I can't guarantee at this point. There's just too much on with family things and everything else. So, on to the actual reason for the video. The Monday night predictions. Those who followed last week's game will know that our group of unseelie commoners and their lord were tasked by their lord's uncle in an alliance with the Seelie Prince of Disneyland with making a trip to Florida to find out what had gone wrong with their communications between them and the court at Disney World. Now, they were informed that the court at Disney World is actually what would be referred to as a true court, meaning that it has both Seelie and unseelie elements to it. Something which, after the departure of the High King, is quite rare. In the old days, and I'm getting off of the prediction here, but just for information, in the old days, when the High King was around, Seelie and unseelie mixed, and in fact, a lot of changelings would shift between them, going from one side to the other fairly regularly. But after the death of the High King, things have divided, and the two sides are further apart than they ever have been. The court at Disney World is one of the exceptions to this. They favor the Seelie viewpoint, but they also allow the unseelie viewpoint in the same court. Which is something that the group is going to end up having to explore, of how that's come into things. They left off the end of last session arriving at the resort hotel and about to make their way into the Magic Kingdom. That means that this week we will pick up entering the Magic Kingdom. I figure that the initial introduction at the gates and the events of the actual park will probably take up a decent quarter of the session. Explaining geography and layout and just talking about how the parks themselves work. Because that is going to be something that's going to come into play a lot. And also because I do enjoy talking about Disney. Having just gotten back from it, I'm definitely a convert. And if I had the time, I would love to start a second channel all about my thoughts on that. Maybe one day. Maybe. So once we get the actual layout stuff done, I figure that they will, along some point, make a beeline for the castle. One, because everyone who visits Disney does, and two, because that's where you get into the Changeling Court. At which point, they will head into the Near Dream, have the Fey Castle revealed to them, and discover that something odd is going on. Basically, they're going to run into a bunch of changelings that aren't sure what's going on. Amnesia, missing people. Well, with everyone having amnesia, it's going to be hard to tell if anyone's missing, but not enough people to fill the court to the point that they thought it would have been. And a lot of people who don't actually understand what's going on, which obviously is a clue that something's not right. I figure that the exploration of the actual Fey Kingdom will take up the majority of the rest of the session. I expect them to ask questions, uncover clues. At least I hope they do. With this group, sometimes you don't know what's going to happen. I try to predict it, but it doesn't always work. Once they've found out, basically, that it seems there are people missing and no one remembers what's going on, they're also going to encounter a couple of people that are going to make them realize that there are probably others in the parks who are in the same situation. Pardon me. And hopefully, at that point, they're going to be left wondering who's been able to basically mind wipe an entire changeling court. Depending on the pace of things, depending on how things go, I may throw in a combat encounter at some point. I've got 4 or 5 of them set up just in case. But because those may or may not happen, I'll leave those out for now. None of them are really intrinsically important. I've just got a few set up for pacing reasons, just in case it's needed. If they start sitting around and absolutely just doing nothing, I'll throw a fight at them. That's always a good way to start things up. So, that's what I expect to happen tonight. Introduction to the parks, introduction to the Fey Court, question and answering, lots of confusion from NPCs and probably players. I'll be back with you tomorrow to let you know if that is in fact what has occurred. Have a great day and thanks for watching.